There are close to 2.5 billion users who is regularly using digital platform, which includes applications, website. But what if there is no accessibility in place? They won't be able to use it. Not every applications will make sure to have accessibility where visually impaired person can use that application or website, and that's the main reason owner miss these 2.5 billion user to get onboarded. That's the main reason I thought to cover accessibility testing from scratch. If you wanted to learn more about software testing concepts, feel free to refer my testing playlist. I will include the URL in description tab so that it will be easy for you to understand. Welcome to raiguruguru.com. Myself Deepak Rai, and I am providing training on different technical topics which includes software testing, automations, RPA, web development, as well as project management. If you wanted to learn anything from me, always reach out to me using my email ID. We'll be happy to connect and discuss further. Let's begin with accessibility testing. Now, as I mentioned, consider any company ABC wanted to launch any website where they wanted to cover 2.5 billion user as well, other than regular user. Why I'm calling 2.5 billion user? Across the globe, we have 2.5 billion users who are visually impaired. And what does it mean by visually impaired? Sometimes they have color blindness issues. Sometimes they won't be able to hear anything. Sometimes they won't read text. And that's main reason every company wanted to target those 2.5 billion users as well. And that's the main reason accessibility comes in picture. So company ABC lead tester wanted to perform testing on e-commerce site so that these visually impaired person can start using the sites even if they have any disabilities. It means navigations should be possible, reading difficulty should be avoided, and color and contrast issues should be avoided. And that's the main reason where lead tester of company ABC wanted to target those additional 2.5 billion user. And that's where accessibility testing comes in picture, where company ABC lead tester will perform all the visually impaired related testing where they can target the additional 2.5 billion user, which is very big number. So first of all, what is accessibility testing? It's a type of software testing that checks how easily people with disabilities can use software applications. Consider one example where person is not able to see anything, where that person won't use any applications if he or she can't be able to hear anything. If the audio command is enabled, then only that person will be able to understand, and that through with some navigational command. It does not mean like that the navigation should be directly pitching to the applications. There should be a proper navigations in place. Consider example of Google. If you wanted to type or if you wanted to search for any product, it's not always you have to type it. If the visually impaired person is not able to see, he won't be able to click on any text. And that's the reason the speak button is available, where by using his word, he or she will be able to search that product. That's the power of accessibility testing. That's where these features are included majorly for the visually impaired person, not only for the ease of technologies. Technologies are growing day by day, but if we are targeting these disabled person, it means we are covering across the globe. Those applications who is not having features of accessibility where they are missing those 2.5 billion users. So it ensures new features are accessible to everyone, including individuals with physical challenges. This testing is a part of system testing and is somewhat similar to usability testing. Testers simulate how users with disability would interact with the system or its components. Now, why accessibility testing matters? So, first point is inclusivity and equal access. As I mentioned, across the globe, we have 2.5 billion users. If the company is not taking care of it, or if authority is not taking care of it on these regulations, they might miss important applications they won't be able to enjoy on Netflix. They won't be able to enjoy on YouTube if they don't have the hearable thing. And that's where providing the equal access to each and every people who exist in the globe, that's where the accessibility comes in. And that's reason inclusivity and equal access are required. Legal and compliance requirements. There are very good number of authorities who is active behind this, where WCAG protocol is one of them. If you wanted to learn more about WCAG, feel free to add in the comment sections. We'll be happy to create more video on WCAG where I will try to cover each and every concept in detail. This is one of the protocol who is taking care of these visually impaired people. There are local authorities are also involved, which is from the US government, Canada government, European government. So there's a lot of compliance who is already set it up for these 2.5 billion user. Expanding user base, it means we are not excluding anyone. If any application is ready, if that product is accessible to everyone, that's where we are expanding the reach as well. Improved usability for everyone, even though people are not disabled, they are using Google Talk feature for searching any product as well, even for the contact details as well. It's not limited to website. The accessibility are available in our mobile devices as well with each and every applications. Social responsibility. This is also a social responsibility case where we are covering these people for having access to any applications. That's where we are not neglecting those people who are disabled. That's the main reason accessibility is required and mandate to have equal access to everyone. When we are talking about accessibility, first we have to understand what type of disabilities users has. Sometimes sight or vision issues, hearing where people cannot be able to hear anything, motor, sometimes not able to understand motor or different other concepts, and cognitive. So these four disabilities are exist. That's where accessibility is taking care of all those. If we are not doing accessibility testing, we are missing user base of 2.5 billion. The main thing is business cases and their benefits. So first is improving user experience. Accessible websites provide smoother, more intuitive experience for all the users exist in the globe, ensuring easy navigations and interactions regardless of ability. If you are going to google.com and the person is not able to hear anything, probably they can read it. These talking or voice talking agents are not available or device are not available. They can at least read that text. And if the person is not able to see anything, that person can use these voice talk options. And there are a lot of applications available for accessibility testing. If you want me to cover any of those applications, add the application's name in comment where I will try to cover in depth how to do accessibility testing using these applications. So Lighthouse is one of them. There are several other applications like browser stack. Then we also have wave tool. Some of the tools are provided by the WCAG protocols, and there are different other applications who is converting our text into the speech. So these are voice talks applications are available at any point of time. If you want me to cover any applications out of these, let me know. I'll be happy to create detailed video on that. Coming back to the previous topics like improving user experience. If we have these type of functionality in place, that's where we are improving the access to everyone, not excluding any disabled person. We are incorporating those user as well, enhancing brand reputations as well. We are demonstrating a commitment to inclusivity, boost trust and loyalty, where people will think we are also caring those users who are disabled. Positioning your brand as social responsible for forward thinking. This is also comes as a part of social responsibility. We are not creating any partiality with those type of users who are disabled. Increasing reach in market share, where we are covering those set of people who are disabled as well as those who can see everything. Increasing search engine optimization, where accessible design improves site structure, content, aligning with search engine algorithm to enhance visibility and organic rankings. So what are principle we can think through when we are using the accessibility? So there are total 4 principles are available for accessibility: perceivability, operability, understandability, and robustness. When we are talking about perceivability, what does it means? So this ensures content is presented in a way that user can perceive. Take an example like written text, where if person is not able to hear anything, they can at least read those texts. Alternative of images, if that image is not visible, if you are adding alt images inside the code, when the bot or the voice agent who is speaking or reading those words for others or for the disabled person, it will read that alternative text, because covering that image or visualizing it not possible. And even when we are adding those text, that should be meaningful. Operability, it means ensures all features can be operated by keyboard, mouse or assisted devices. If anyone is not able to click or not able to touch anything, at least they should operate using keyboard or mouse or with some assisted devices like voice. When we are using google.com, over there for searching any object, we have options to speak, and that's where comes in picture. Understandability. The content and user interface must be clear and easy to understand. There is a no complexity involved when we are having any product. Robustness is ensuring compatibility with current and future assistive technologies. So these 4 principles are present inside the accessibility testing. And when we are talking about the standards, these are the standards which is making sure that companies are taking care of it. Not only the government organizations, those who are top listed brands, they should follow this. They should not neglect those disabled person who won't be able to see or hear anything. So WCAG is one of them. As I mentioned, the web content accessibility guidelines, which is adopted across the globe. After that, their local authorities are also involved. It means like US Section 508, which is created by Federal Standard for Electronic and Information Technology Accessibility. EN 301549 is for the European region, where European Accessibility Standard for ICT products. ADA, Americans and Disability Act, which means accessibility requirement for public entity and space. These local authorities adopted WCAG protocol, and that's where they have created the local standard according to the citizens. And that's where these local authority regularly working on the improving lifestyle of disabled person. And that's all about accessibility. Let's recap. As I mentioned, accessibilities are important or accessibility testings are important for the disabled person who is having hearing issues or they're not able to see or there's any other issues, and that's where accessibility testing is required. If accessibility testing is not there, probably that application or not or website is not able to access to the 2.5 billion user. After that, we have seen about their principle, where we have four principle, and I try to just give you highlight on four guidelines or regulators who is regulating globally as well as locally. Almost every regions who is taking care of their disabled persons, they have created their own guidelines, which is making life easier for the disabled person. And that's it about accessibility. As I mentioned, if you wanted to learn more about accessibility testing, feel free to add in the comment sections. We'll be happy to create videos on those topics which you will prefer. Thank you all. We'll see you in next video.